Oh, is this working? I need some chapstick, but I really don't feel like putting it on. It is 7:35 at night. I'm doing this at night. I've never recorded a video at night. Hi.
I'm just craving for somebody, babe.
Welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Cora, and if you aren't new,
bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye.
Today I'll be doing a little story time. I don't know which story time I said I was gonna do today. Hold on.
That plantain, I don't eat fried.
What story time am I gonna do? This will be a continuation of my Cora's trials and tribulations with boys. Yeah. Hush your mouth. Don't say anything. I beg. Hush that your. I don't want to hear him. I don't want. Close your mouth. It won't be really a story time. It's gonna be more of a rant, but I'm gonna make it very clear. This specific guy that I'm talking about, I did not like him. He just so happens to be. He's one of the few reasons as to why I steer clear of dating. That's the right word to use. This will be about the time that, not really a time, it's just like a timeline of the nonsense that he was doing, which kind of brings me into this. I need some chapstick. Like, I can't continue like this. If y'all see me move to the right over here or move to the left over here, just know that I'm literally trying to see if my camera is still recording, and I don't have my glasses on, so I'm like literally, I cannot see. So did I just scoot to the left or scoot to the, wait, that's not my left. So this particular dude, we're gonna name him Rooster. Rooster, I met Rooster in 3rd grade. I think I had the same class as him. Rooster was one of those people where like you can't really do too much with him. And y'all, it was like as soon as I walked into on my first day, I became a problem for this dude. Because like, I don't understand how you can literally just bully somebody for doing absolutely nothing. Like, I would literally just stand there and he would have a problem with me. And I'm just like,
why you got a problem with me? Like,
do we have a problem? Do we have a problem? I feel like he really had a problem with me from the beginning as soon as I stepped my foot into there, because I don't understand, like I said before, I don't understand how like you could just bully somebody just to bully somebody. Now, Rooster, he was known for being a bully. I don't know why he thought that he could go around bullying people, because baby, with the way you I'm sorry. I'm not saying nothing. I could have really dissed you. I could have put you out there, but I kept you in my graces. I kept you in my good graces. You want to know why? Because I'm a nice person. Yeah, a nice person. He was a little bit on the chunky side. I don't like saying the F word because that feels so disrespectful. I'm gonna start from like year to year to year. So I'm gonna start from 3rd grade and I'm gonna go all the way up to 5th grade because that's the last day. That's the last time I ever saw him. 5th grade, thank God. When I first entered into 3rd grade, like, you know, as you guys may see from my channel and from my videos, I'm a very goofy person. Now, I don't ever try to be mean, and I think I don't ever try to be funny, and I think I said that in my Q&A. I never try to be funny, okay? But sometimes the things that I say, it comes out funny, or sometimes like people will take it as a joke instead of understanding that I'm actually being serious. And sometimes I can't control myself because I do tend to get very hyper. I don't know why, but it happens a lot. Sometimes like my mood will drastically go down and I'll just be quiet. Like, I won't even be mad. I'll just be quiet for no reason. And then you have those times where I get super hyper and blah, 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 blah. You probably noticed that in my last video. I know I had a little mood switch going on. I was hyper one minute and then I was tired another minute. It was crazy, okay? Just bear with me, okay? I was back then in 3rd grade, I was very hyper. I definitely did not know how to control my hyperness and my activeness, you know, my energetic stuff. I was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little crazy. He irked my nerves so much. And every single time, like, it was like he always had a problem with me constantly. At one point, actually, I'm gonna get to that later. But 3rd grade year, it wasn't really much of a tassel with us. Actually, it was. Like, I think after the 4th week of the first day of school, that's when he really started his problems. And I just was not having it. And me back then, I didn't know how to control my anger. He just kept, I felt like he knew I would get he would get a reaction out of me specifically, so he would always try to bully me. I never knew what I did to him. I never did anything to him. Like, I know y'all probably like, what did you do to get that reaction from him? But I swear I never did anything. Like, at most, I would just mind my business, and he would always have something to say out of his mouth. Like, he never knew how to hush, and that's why a lot of people did not like him. Only the popular kids, because the popular kids, unfortunately, were just like him. Fast forward, you get into 4th grade, right? Now, at this point, I done spent how many
months do you stay in school for? August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June.
I done spent 11 months with this boy. At this point, I'm just like, I don't want to spend another month with you, okay? I don't even want to spend another school year with you. Like, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm done. 4th grade comes around, and once again, guess where he was? Right in that classroom with me. At this point, I kind of thought that he would, have some respect, and my plans that 4th grade year was to kind of just simmer down and not even think he was there. I was just gonna pretend like he wasn't there. I wasn't gonna converse with him. I was gonna do nothing like that. But once again, things happened, and he was one of those things. He was a problem. He was a problem indeed. And sometimes when you have a problem upon a problem and another problem upon another problem, that's when you kind of just want to bop somebody in the head. And that's exactly what I wanted to do. It was like he just felt this pull to just irritate my soul. Like, I know I keep saying the same phrase every single day, but it's so true. Like, this man, what made it worse was that he had friends in that particular class, in which I have a story time about them too. If y'all don't remember Jay from my other story time, my other trials and tribulations with boys, if y'all don't remember him, yeah, he was in that class, and they were very much talking. They were friends with each other. And then you had another one of his friends that was being weird. But anyways, he was also another trial and tribulations of mine that it's not really a story time. It's just kind of I don't know. It's just kind of a thing. It wasn't really a story time, but I'm gonna still make a story time about it just to, give y'all a little pride, make y'all understand. Like, I'm really an innocent. I'm really innocent. Like, I'm really an innocent child. And the fact that these people want to sit here and play with me, thinking I'm not innocent, like, every single one of his friends was in my class. So it was like I can never escape that friend group, nor can I ever escape him. So he wanted to show out for his friends, and let's just say that didn't work that 4th grade year. I actually was I was not calm that 4th grade year. I still had my little angry moments and, all that. But I still had a sense of decency and respect. Like I said before, I didn't have a crush on him. And it was like everything that I did was a problem for him. And you know when like people be saying, if a guy keeps bullying you for a long time, then that means they like you. I've never, ever, ever believed that. To this day, I still don't believe that. Even when I was a kid, like I said, I just never believed that, because it just sounded so to me. Like, it never sounded right to me. It didn't make any sense, which sometimes it was true, but sometimes it was just like, no, when somebody is liking you. Even at that age in 4th grade, you should know when somebody is liking you and when somebody does not like you. So it was like, no. Then came 5th grade. 5th grade, after 4th grade, I was really, at this point, like, y'all don't understand. At this point, I was praying. I went down on my knees. Like, I was praying this guy did not have class with me. Like, I was praying he was never in my class, because, like, it was just exhausting. And so I literally remembered it on the first day of school. Before I walked into my class, I said, God, I pray that you don't have this man in my class. Like, I remember it so much. Like, I was standing right outside the door, and I was like, please don't let him be in my class. Tell me why I walk into this class and this man is dead just standing there. And I'm like, bro, I can never catch a break. I can never get a break. Like, literally, as soon as I saw him, I walked out the room, and I just started, like, I was like, why? Like, why? like, you know how like you have to like move to the side and do that little extra thing, you know, like that's what I had to do. Like I couldn't get a break. This guy would never give me a break. Like I cannot escape from you. Everywhere I go, you are always there. Why? It was an everyday fight with him. Like I was fighting with that man every single day. Like, I didn't have a break, no nothing. And I was just exhausted. Like I was in this friend group and he actually liked one of the girls that was friends with me or friends with me. He was trying so hard to fight for her. I felt like I was in World War V. Like I have to skip to 5 specific. Actually, I'm gonna go up to 10. I felt like I was in World War X in that classroom every day because I always was fighting with this guy. Like there was no giving up. Like it was like he would say something smart. Here's like his way of doing things, right? He would first say something smart to you. You know those people that say something smart? As he makes that remark, he gradually goes on to making it a joke. And then he gradually goes on to trying to embarrass you even more. And then when he gets a reaction out of you, that's when it's, I didn't even do nothing. It was a joke, bro. You can't take a joke. Like, no, your jokes go too far. Like, your jokes are, like, you know who you're dealing with. If you know who you're dealing with, why make that joke specifically? Like, you know who you're dealing with, so stop making jokes that you know will get that person said mad. I remember this one time we were out for recess and he had came up. No, I was actually trying to use the slide and I don't know what it was about. I think he said something about like Africa, something like that. And during this time, this was when like Ebola and all these sicknesses was being blamed on, like, you know, just everything was getting turned on. Let me make this very clear. I said that people were blaming a lot of things on Africa because literally after the situation with Ebola and everything, every other sickness that somebody had, they would always say, oh my God, it's these messy Africans, is this, that, and the third. So that was what I was trying to say, y'all. So don't mind me, I was stuttering a little bit. But anyway, around that time, I think he says something. He said something about, oh, this, that, and the third, and yo, African, this, that, and the third, Ebola, this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. And like, I was just like, are you serious? And I turned around and I looked at him and I was like, so embarrassing now that I think about it because I really thought I ate that up. And this was around the time that Fat Albert, the show, or not the show, Fat Albert, the movie, it was kind of gaining more traction, you know what I'm saying? And I'm so embarrassed to say it. That's why you look like Fat Albert. Hey, it's Fat Albert. Did you really think you ate that up, girl? No. Everybody started laughing. I really thought I ate that up. Like, I walked away laughing and smiling. Like, I was like purring as I should. Like, girl, you did your big one. Like, girl, like, no. After that, we would start constantly having situations where like we would always fight and argue and fight and argue and fight and argue. At one point, there was another situation where in class, I was minding my business. I was sitting down, I was minding my business. And you know how, actually, he was one of those people. He was a very big bully because he did this to a lot of people. But you know how like, you'll be minding your business and all of a sudden you'll hear some snickering in the back and you turn around and then you see like a couple of them just smiling, laughing at you. Like that was who he was and that was what he was doing that particular day. I knew they were obviously talking about me, so I turned around and I was like, and back then I was very confrontational, so I would confront you about something if you got something to say. So I was like, is there a problem? Like, why are you sitting there smacking, blah, 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 ha, 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 ha. He just started getting loud and rowdy. And that's how you know when you did something wrong. You should not be that loud. You should never be that loud and rowdy immediately after I asked you that question. But it's like, I kind of understood where he was coming from because it was like, you're not going to blame me for something I didn't do. Because if you blame me for something I didn't do, we're gonna have some problems because I don't like being blamed for something I didn't do. Back then I didn't really understand that, so now that I see it, now that I'm thinking about it, and now that I'm telling you guys about it, I kind of understand where he was coming from. But he was getting very loud and rowdy at me, and that's when I stood up and my teacher, she was like, hey, sit down, where are you going off to? And I stood up and I was looking straight at him, so I was about to walk up to him. And then he stood up, so we was arguing back and forth around the room. Literally, the teacher had to separate us, and I think he had to stand outside because because the teacher kind of realized he's the problem. Like, he was a very big troublemaker in this class. He was a troublemaker in every single class that we were in every single year. So it was nothing new to her. Like, oh, he starts on, like, she obviously knew, like, he's the problem. He got a smart mouth. He takes things too far. He jokes a lot, this, that, and the third. Yeah, after that, it was like that. I felt like I was battling. Like, every morning I went into that class, I felt like I had to go to war with myself. Yeah, I don't really know how he fit into my trials and tribulations, but that's definitely one part. Like, he taught me that you have to see the respectful side and the disrespectful side of men when it comes to dating. So yeah, that wasn't really a story time, but I'm gonna try to figure out how to make it a story time title, because I need a title. And yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all like this video. If you haven't already, why haven't you subscribed? Don't be looking at my ashy lips. I'm asking you a question. Why haven't you subscribed? Is there a problem? What's the problem exactly? Like, I don't understand. What? Is it by force? Is it by force?